Welcome to Words of Love from Yeshua chapter 2. Truth, love, life. Sinners are forgiven by the blood of my salvation act. Sinners are attracted by liberation from earthly ties, whether smoking, drugs, lust, and liquor. Only sinners who are looking for an outcome and livelihood can be helped and will find me. Only whoever is disgusted due to their transgressions are ready to be sanctified and baptized by my Spirit. No lukewarm entity can be successful. Only those who are fully dedicated to implementing the goal will find an outcome and understand, therefore my antipole will repent, only when he experiences the disgust of his aimless and useless darkness as climax, and will know that I am the true pole of salvation, and it will become so for him if he recognizes me and accepts me as his guide. Yes, that day will come, though it is still far away. Everyone who understands how it will be achieved will be part of my salvation act of him in the universe. Indeed, only I can give the key to everyone to overcome the darkness and meet antipole's ways. The key is love, and again is set out in this preface. Watch against careless acts of delight in the flesh. Planning is similar to meditation, leading to wisdom and order. Powerful, each one will receive me, even physically present if they understand the sense of surrender. Surrender involves the love of self, carries the cross of sacrifice of service for thy neighbor. This all takes place in moments of humility and promotes true wisdom. Give your being in this life as a sacrifice and receive my being as gift. Rebirth of every convert is indeed possible, insofar as it involves the acquisition of my power to accomplish works of love. I will meet everyone wondering about my timing with a salute. Peace to you. Just leave it up to me and just do your part to the upward movement towards light versus the attraction of darkness. Fight off each attack in favor of darkness and grow towards my light as fast as you possibly can, because the hour has come to execute your final decision. Will earthly systems and their demands hamper you to receive me? No, as long as you abide by the terms of my love and virtue in your marriage and life. Your spirit is separated from the actions and emotions of your body. Therefore, I can truly say that only I know you. But precisely for that reason, I dare everyone to improve themselves in favor of me, Yeshua's kingdom of eternity. Delight in the knowledge that angels rejoice with every spiritual performance, because it transforms the walking on the water of Peter, namely an act of faith, a reality. Rejoice with whoever has joy in his or her new level of love. Yeshua, man of Nazareth, speaks to you through my source of love, Miriam. Rebirth is the way to maturity out of a world-oriented carnal state to spiritual light, where I am the guide and carrier of the convert. Through love all is possible, but by the spirit of Miriam it is now a reality. The spirit of Mary is the all-wise love that helps the powerful love in the creation and preservation of all that exists. The realization or manifestation of her has taken place to guide mature children to their heavenly homes. This is my return to earth in every homecoming of the Holy Anointed. All who strive seriously to perfect love will be shown there. Works of love will be the New Jerusalem's nutrition. There will be no hungry anymore, because every need will be satisfied by the feeding of subservient neighbors that will give from my infinite supply. But as everyone receives, they will also give. Hours, days, and months will be filled with giving and receiving in love. Yet earthly obstacles will still bring forth needs that must be satisfied to produce growth. Love is alive and must grow, like me. Works of truth branch out of love, resulting in the person or individual to recognize the strength or importance of ownership of actions and consequences. Therefore, love is necessary, because the realization is not easy and often shocking. It stems from the law of sin and atonement. Namely, that if love recognizes the works love retains, power of healing will lift up the evil works and ask for confrontation and forgiveness. If the individual then granted forgiveness to all parties, love will become truth and stimulate growth in that person. Thus a true Adamite lives in love, where wisdom instructs him or her in the truths of eternal existence. Love is the strongest force in the universe, because all other forces are derived thereof. Love is the thread that holds each atom together, even if modern scientists cannot see or understand it. Love is my will. Therefore, I will only acknowledge those who live in love as my friend. Love is mercy and leads to humbleness. True friends of the eternal deity will want to live out the will of love above everything else, so that I, Yeshua, can choose to whom I want to bring my word on earth. For love recognizes love, and only those who must hear will hear. Even if the bread lies before heathens or Pharisees, I will open the hearts of those who will be the true leaders and keepers of my new Jerusalem. Knowingly, every convert of my new heaven and earth will qualify themselves with gratitude, joy that will be derived out of goodwill for charity. Everyone who lived until now could choose to be so. But now I come to you with all this precious knowledge expressed directly to you. Be serious to observe my laws of love, but let love be meekly and merciful from your faces. Gather knowledge regarding all levels of interest, because everyone does not live sacredly enough for me to teach them. Only when you have knowledge of topics, I will kindle light in you how to use it to your neighbor's advantage in my love. However, how I mean to benefit your neighbor will always lead to spiritual reward for you, should you be the servant through whom I could have worked. I now create a nation for myself from stones, because your hearts were like stone, but through my spirit of love, I could address and mitigate you. Consider this when educating your infants and children. Be merciful, yet strict, reprimand and discipline moderately, and live in love, so that they can experience me in you. Do not hinder the children from seeing me, for theirs is the kingdom of my heavens. They will live it the best and understand if you teach them to do so. The current system of economics and profiteering darkens souls so much that it takes years of refining to awaken a living source of love therein. Live for me in this system by clothing and feeding your neighbor's needs. I will be with you in the times ahead. Call me, with most holy is your lovely name. And you then will find yourself in the humility your heart needs to spring roots and grow towards me, upward. Be amiable like me, Yeshua Miriam's spirit. Think not that I only have one worthy writer-servant, there are many. Everyone receives their assignment on time. Now it's another's turn, and in turn the volume of this new Bible will be filled with my word from above. Let your heart rejoice to be able to learn to know me in all possible facets. Truth, love, life is the name of this chapter of this book, and is the beginning of the path to wisdom for every person. Spiritually, there is only one way, namely this one, and the more you develop your faith, the more you will realize the truth thereof. Truth is the knowledge of good and evil, a love for the eternal, that directs you to the goodness of God. And life is your reward for the willingness to walk the road upwards. The armor of a believer is derived from this. The helmet of salvation is the crown that keeps you on the way to me, Yeshua Miriam's spirit, enabling you to oppose the attacks of darkness by my antipole. Again, this armor will be necessary, or in a life where the spirit and the flesh are antipoles of one another. Only truth can bring life. How will the truth of every situation emerge? By my spirit of love that dwells in everyone's hearts. If the love of your neighbor has an eternal sense and growth towards love, that will be the choice to truth you must make. Only true children of mine will always, without exception, obey me, and thereby lift society out of its darkness and ruin. Make it your goal to consult me in everything, and my will of love will become a reality in your heart. Take this book as a step-by-step guide to experience Miriam as a friend and confidant, and I will raise you up and feed you to be a dignified image-bearer of my new Jerusalem on earth. Thus, you will be able to assist other in the transition from here to where your world is heading. Carry your burdens for the benefit of your soul, and it will soon come to an end, to make room for newer and larger ones that will transform your soul within the breath of humanity into an angel spirit where you belong. Who can say that he knows and understands my intention in every difficult situation? If so, the situation was not necessary, and man not imperfect. Because only suffering and realization in the course of time brings you closer to my heart, where love for me leads to wisdom. If you are not laboring in your love for me, wisdom will withdraw, and suffering will have no purpose. Prosperity is not just every convert's fate, because many have to be taught before prosperity will be beneficial to the soul.